I don't usually get to interview people like this, but she's a musician and she's a singer and she's an international artist. You've seen it on your TV, you've seen it on YouTube, you might have even seen it in concert somewhere, or you might have seen it at your local Gurdwara. It is the talented Taren Kaur. So Taren Kaur, Sat Sri Akal ji. And ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਗਿਟਾਰ ਵੀ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਆ, ਬਹੁਤ lovely ਰੰਗ ਦਾ ਆ. I've always dreamed of having a guitar like this ever since I saw Rishi Kapoor play one in Kabhi Kabhi. But Taren, I mean, you're totally out of the norm when we talk about Asian women. ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ Asian women ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਹਟ ਕੇ ਆ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ musician ਵੀ ਆ and ਇੱਕ full time artist ਵੀ ਆ, ਹੈ ਨਾ? And I want to know, first of all, that why did you choose this, and why haven't you become a doctor, lawyer, or accountant? What's going on there?
Well, I would say from the very beginning I've been a quite creative person.
Okay.
हमेशा शौक हुंदा सी कि मैं गावां ते, drawings and writing, and I was always interested in music and, like you said, the guitar. So whenever I would see the guitar on TV, I would say, "Mummy, Dad, nu ke mainu chahida, please mainu guitar diyo." Okay. I would always want a guitar, and they thankfully got me one when I was really young, and I just played it just as a hobby. I just did it for my own enjoyment, but it became something that I felt was more than just a side thing. I just wanted to do it all the time. So at a very young age, I think I was about 12 or 13, I was writing my own songs and I was singing, different music, and I thought, this is what I want to do. I want to share these stories of the world, these feelings that I have, and connect with people through music, because I feel like it's so needed, especially in these times, that we inspire people and we give people hope and we connect them with something that's deeper than them, and they know that they're not alone. So.
How did you approach this with your family? Because a lot of Asian girls, so a lot of Asian women, say my age, and even a lot of Asian girls, perhaps your age, would think, well, how are we going to tell our mum and dad that I want to play the guitar full time and I want to sing? Because it's not really seen as a profession for in our culture, Hannah. Yeah. That it's not seen as it's appropriate for women, and often it's not seen as if like it's lucrative money-wise and career-wise. It's very hit and miss.
Yeah.
So how did you approach that with your parents?
I think my parents had always seen me singing, and they didn't really take me seriously, and through no fault of their own, but it was just like, oh, maybe this is just a phase or something.
Or a fad.
Yeah, and they just think, oh, she'll grow out of it. But when I really showed them, they saw all the time, all I was doing was singing. I'd be up really late at night and they'd be like, Sondini, oh my God, just, go to sleep. But I would just be constantly writing and singing. And I left a recording on the computer once that I'd made myself. And I left a Post-it note, listen to this. And my dad said to my mum, come here. And I went and sat at the top of the stairs and I said, and they listened to this song and they were like, oh, wow, she's recorded this herself. She's 13 years old or whatever. She doesn't know how to use anything. And she's written this song. She must be really serious about it. And ever since then, they've fully and completely supported me. If I've said, Mummy, main utthe jana, or, I've had this opportunity to go and perform in this country or that country, they've never ever said to me no. They've always just pushed me and been my biggest fans and supporters and said, yeah, you know what?
So basically, your dad must have said to your mum, Sardarniye, enni manna, enu hun baja lende, ga lende, enni hatna.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to come on to is like dads and families are very protective of their daughters. Hannah? So you've been touring all over the place, America, Canada, Malaysia, countries what not even I've been to. Yeah. I haven't even seen visas of them countries, let alone been to them. So wasn't there any apprehension in letting you tour them countries, or were your parents quite supportive? ਆਪਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਹਜੇ ਵੀ as a community ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਲੜਕੀ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਲੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣ ਦੇਣਾ ਬਾਹਰ, ਹੈ ਨਾ? ਆਪਾਂ ਜੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ, she's got to be with someone, let alone, I'll give you an example. So a lot of people my age, we weren't allowed sleepovers, we weren't allowed to go to the cinema. नहीं खराब हो जाते सिनेमा चल जाओ, है ना? And so और अपने फ्रेंडां नाल ही जाना. So how was it for you?
I think even now, even if I usually have a team with me anyway, but they always feel worried. Obviously, as a parent, you will feel worried about your child, and there are situations and worries that you have of a girl maybe going out, but I think they've always just seen that I'm very, I suppose, basically, I suppose I've always had this, I suppose, strong personality of this is what I want to do, and I really want to go and do this. And they've kind of thought, well, you know what, hopefully she can stand up for herself. And there have been situations where I've had to, just stand my ground and just be confident in who I am and just be me. And I know that it's a worry. I know in terms of protection and safety and things, of course that's a worry. But I think we have to spread that message of we need to allow women to thrive and be who they are and do what they want to do. And I think sometimes that comes from educating your sons and the boys to actually treat women properly, rather than women, you sit at home, don't go anywhere because it's not safe for you, but why not make the world a safer place for them so they can live how they want to live?
Now, it's really good to see guitar like I am, because we're going to ask you to sing, because but before that, I want you to give a message to all the kids out there, whether they're in their teens or whether they're like my daughter, who's an 8-year-old, loves her music, and their parents, to whom they're saying we want to do music as a full-time career, but who are perhaps hesitant, once again, like me. And what sort of message do you want to give them to the parents and the kids?
Yeah, I would definitely say just whatever it is that your children want to do, just support them. Everyone has a dream inside them, and maybe, let's say the older generation, they maybe weren't allowed to have that chance to go and explore what they wanted to explore. But I think it's time that we let our children, explore their dreams and live their creativity and just be there for them. If they want to try something, let them try it, see how it goes. But for 100%, just parents just supporting and saying, Karla, try Karla. It's such a huge, huge thing, because when you have that support, then you can flourish and live who you want to be.
And finally, what are you going to sing for us today?
I'm going to sing my song One for All, which is an English song I wrote about everyone coming together, about Sarbat Tapala, accepting everyone as one and loving humanity.
Chalo ji, chakko apna guitar, ta aapa thodi geet sunange. Ladies and gentlemen, Taren Kaur.